Good day, this is the Professor, CBMD PhD, and today's Tuesday, June 30th, 2026. It is 8:12 and 14 seconds, AM Eastern Standard Time, and today's research, soil microbes. So let's hop to it here. These tiny soil microbes can rescue crops from salty farmland. Date June 28, 2026. Source, University of East Anglia. The scientific investigators and researchers have discovered that beneficial soil bacteria give plants unexpected survival advantage in salty soils. Instead of helping plants keep salt out, the microbes stimulate the production of lignin, a natural compound that strengthens roots and makes plants more resilient. Greenhouse and field tests showed healthier plants and healthier yields in salty conditions. The findings could lead to bio-based treatments that help farmers grow crops on land once considered too salty for agriculture. The study also uncovered a previously unknown way these microbes protect crops such as maize, tomato, and rapeseed from salt stress. The discovery could eventually help farmers grow food on land that has become too salty for conventional agriculture. Salt buildup in farmland is becoming an increasingly serious problem because of climate change, irrigation practices, and rising sea levels. As salt accumulates in soil, it stunts plant growth, damages roots, and can sharply reduce crop yields. The buildup of salt in farmland is a major and worsening problem, driven by climate change, irrigation, and rising sea levels. Salt chokes plant growth, damages roots, and severely impacts entire harvests, putting global food supplies at risk. We know that plants rely on communities of microbes around their roots, called the root microbiome, to help them cope with environmental stress, but exactly how these relationships work and whether they are consistent across crops and soils has remained largely unclear. We found that plants appear to recruit beneficial bacteria in salty soil conditions, which in turn trigger internal changes that strengthen their physical structure and resilience. If scientists can harness this natural process, it could mark the beginning of a new era in climate-resilient agriculture. To better understand these plant and microbe partnerships, the researchers examined root microbiomes from multiple crop species, grown in different soil types. They discovered that a group of naturally occurring bacteria known as pseudomonads consistently gathered around plant roots exposed to salt stress. The same pattern appeared across several crops, including maize, tomato, and rapeseed, suggesting this is a widespread biological response rather than something unique to a single plant. Genetic analysis also explained why these bacteria perform so well in salty environments. Compared to other microbes, pseudomonads carry specialized genes that help them tolerate high salt levels, including sodium transport systems and other stress resistance mechanisms. The scientific investigators and researchers then introduced selected pseudomonad strains to soybean plants. In both greenhouse studies and field trials, the bacteria successfully colonized the roots and substantially improved plant growth under salty conditions. They found that plants treated with the microbe showed stronger root systems, better development, and higher yields compared to untreated plants grown in salty soils. The researchers were surprised to discover that bacteria were not helping plants by reducing salt levels inside their tissues. The most surprising thing was finding out how the bacteria help plants cope. For decades it was thought that plants survive salinity by controlling sodium levels, essentially keeping harmful salt out, but we found no evidence that bacteria influence sodium transport or ion balance. Instead of helping plants manage salt directly, the bacteria stimulated the plant to produce more of a substance called lignin. Roots of bacteria-treated plants showed a significant increase in lignin content, with some measurements rising by over 30% under salt stress. Lignin is a strong woody material that forms part of plant cell walls. It acts like a built-in support system, reinforcing plant tissues and helping them withstand environmental stress. The researchers identified the key genes responsible for increasing lignin production. When those genes were artificially overexpressed, plants performed much better in salty soil. By contrast, plants that were unable to produce lignin did not benefit from the bacteria, showing that lignin production is essential to the newly discovered protective effect. We hope this discovery opens up new possibilities for agriculture. By harnessing naturally occurring microbes, The pseudomonads bio-based treatments could be developed that help crops grow in saline soils without heavy chemical inputs. With vast areas of farmland already affected by salinity and more under threat, microbial solutions could become an essential tool for maintaining crop yields and ensuring food security. Pseudomonads associate the salt stress plants facilitate stress adaptation of soybean through enhanced lignin biosynthesis. And this video was created for educational purposes only. Hope you enjoyed listening. My codename is Will. I'm Professor Christopher Brunet, leader of research scientist ufologist, psychic computer technician, computer programmer, philanthropist, writer, mathematician, artist, photographer, film producer, chef, animal, and nature lover. My passion is world peace. Have a great day. Good day. This is the Professor, CBMZ PhD, and today is Tuesday, June 30th,